All right, here we go, ladies. We're recording. So anything you say will be recorded and used against you. No. Just remember, it's on here. You're now officially live. There's a lot of things I've been going to do this summer, and just some personal things have come up, and my summer's kind of gotten away. And so I'm trying to refocus. And one of the things I wanted to help everybody with was how to create more engagement on your page. Because I know sometimes it's a struggle. Sometimes it's a Facebook thing. Sometimes it's an us. So I have a list of 10 things. So that's why I keep looking down, because I made a list of 10 things for us. So number one, you need to be posting every single day. In fact, it's best if you can post more than once a day, but you need to be posting every single day to keep the traction up, to keep your followers motivated so that they're not hopping to somebody else who's posting more often. But number one is post every single day. Number two, I have found that polls have created a ton of engagement. And what I mean by that is, one of the last ones I did was, it was a girls' night out, and I had, ideally I would have put my 3 outfits on, but literally I was scrambling like half an hour before I was going out the door, and I had 3 outfits laying on the floor, and then I used an app, so I had outfit A, outfit B, outfit C. I said, it's girls' night out, this is what we're doing. I can't decide what outfit I should wear. Please vote for A, B, or C. When I do that, sometimes I'll say, tell me why. Sometimes I'll just say A, B, or C, or 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. I am always amazed how many people have input on what you should wear. It's funny. And then what I do after I've done that and they have voted is I always say thank you right on my page. And then either later or when I have time, I go in and I personal message them. I'm starting new conversations with new people, or even connecting with people that have been on my page. And I go back in and then like make the message sound like you, but a lot of times I'll go in and I'll just say, hey, thank you so much for taking the time to vote on my page. I chose outfit blah, blah, blah for this reason, or anything you want to say, but I always follow up with a personal message in their personal inbox. But I also make sure that I say thank you and I comment on my page so people looking can see that I'm actually interacting with the people who are giving opinions. Number 3, posting recipes. Everybody wants more food recipes, more clean eating, more healthy, more just food stuff. And I do that 2 different ways. This summer I haven't been as good as some of the other summers or school years. Sometimes I take a picture of whatever I have made, and I do believe that people are more willing to engage when it's something you have made and not just shared. And I do still share, because mostly for my own personal benefit, I don't want to lose the recipe. But when you take pictures of your own food and post the recipe with it, they already feel like they're getting free things from you. And then you can switch it up, and then you can take a picture of your meal and talk about it. A lot of times I'll say, oh my gosh, this looks like it's a super healthy recipe, but my kids actually ate parts of it. And then I make them comment for the recipe. So I'll either say comment below if you want the recipe, or drop your favorite emoji, or that little person with their hands up. I make them comment down below because that creates even more engagement. Facebook sees more people interacting and pushes your stuff out further. So make them comment down below, and then take that recipe and send it in a private message to them. So that not, oh, sorry, I thought there were people like outside my window, but it's just Lonnie. That was really creepy. He's putting down downspouts. Anyhow, comment below, recipes on its way or whatever, but put the recipe actually in the private message, because then you will create more people asking for it, more people will connect. And then again, in those private messages, if it's somebody brand new, you can even add to the recipe. Don't just send them the recipe, try to start up a conversation with them. Number 4, post about real life. Don't forget to make a bunch of the page about you. People are following your page because it's you, not because or of the connection that they have with you, not necessarily because of the specific things you're posting, but they can relate to what you're posting. Number 5, I had a really, really hard time doing this. I've been actually a lot better with the struggle of a summer I've had. But post your struggles. It's amazing how many people can connect with that. It makes you look real. It makes you look relatable. So it's okay. Like, you can post your struggles and not be super negative about it so that people don't have that negative feeling. But post those things in there because people will relate and they'll start following you. Number 6, make sure you are asking questions either at the beginning or at the end or somewhere in the middle, somewhere in your post where it kind of stands out. Because when you ask questions, not always, but oftentimes people are more likely to engage and comment below. And again, Facebook takes those comments as you have a more engaging page and they send your page out further. So putting those questions on there really helps boost engagement. Number 7, ask opinions on, and then I drew a blank. Ask opinions on, seriously, that blank could be anything. People freaking love to give their opinions on and their 2 cents on everything. So I know the one that I can think about that stands out where I was like, holy shit, I'm never going to get caught up on my replies. I had burnt I think the tops of my legs last summer. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I know, terrible person. I didn't put sunscreen on, like I admitted. Well, I didn't want to hear about that, but I'm like, what are your tricks to soothing sunburn? Holy crap. I think there was like 68 comments to that post. It was a picture of me and my red legs, and then like drop your advice or drop your suggestions in the comments. And again, I thank them for their advice, or I comment something about it, and then again, I go in and private message them. I thank them again, and I start another conversation with them. And actually, I did learn that you can use shaving cream. It's a certain kind of shaving cream. I don't know what it is. And literally leave it on top of your legs until it like dries and wipe it off, and it takes the heat away. So I did learn something. But yeah, that was the craziest post I'm pretty sure I've ever done. So that was really cool. So ask opinions about anything. They will tell you. Number 8, posting pictures of the products you use. There's a lot of debate out there, like, do you tell them what you're using? Do you not tell them what you're using? I try to do a mixture so it doesn't look necessarily like I'm selling the products, but that I'm using them. So that's why a lot of times I refer to my Energize as like my go-go juice or my morning juice. Actually, a lot of people have asked questions about it, and then I'm fine. I inbox message them and I tell them what it is and what I'm using. And sometimes I say, this is my Energize and this is what it does. But sneaking some pictures of your products in there so that they know that, like, in addition to fitness, like those are pieces of your nutrition. In addition to Shakeology, you've got all those performance things, and stuff like that. So some of it, go ahead and tell them, and some of it, like, try to keep it a mystery so that they ask more questions. Number 9, I have not done a very good job with this, but not recently. Number 9, small giveaways. So I know I always do a larger giveaway when I'm hustling at the end of the month to try to meet Success Club, or as I'm trying to get people into a new group. And that's, I just did a post about that in the last couple days. But even small giveaways for responding to a question. And I can't remember one of the last ones I did, but everybody that replied to blah, blah, blah got a sample packet of, I think it was Energize. Is that me touching my computer, making that noise?
There, now you're better. Yep.
Okay. I moved my notebook. Some of them I try to make like health and fitness related so that it ties into my page. So I'll say, I'm going to do a giveaway of my morning go-go juice. Tell me what benefits you think you would get from using this product or from sampling this product or blah, blah, blah. So it does make them, not everybody will comment because not everybody wants to answer that question. But then those people that do, I do send them a small sample packet. And again, I choose small things that'll be easy to throw in the mail. And I do some bigger giveaways, but I know that's harder until you've built a little bigger business to do that. But the little ones, those are kind of fun. And again, it creates comments on your page. And again, you'll thank them for answering the question, sending them a personal message, and then sending them the product.
It's a nice little write-off though too, Jay, for taxes, which is helpful when you are starting to bring in that income. It helps to balance that out. So
correct.
The receipts for all that postage, all that, the Energize, all those things.
Yep. You just, I've been told, and I don't know if you have or not, you can't write off your own Shakeology, but I can write off most of the rest of that stuff. Like all these things I order and then I do put for giveaways. So like anytime they have a discount on something, or sometimes when I'm checking out, it'll say you can get free shipping and whatever off of this. I try to choose something like this that I can then do for giveaways.
I always include, like when doing our taxes, I always estimate that no matter what, I've given away at least one box of Shakeology every year. So whether I necessarily have that tracked really well or not, but I know that at some point in time I've given it away. So
and then number 10, most importantly, the hardest part is being you and putting your face on the page. And that's why on one of the videos in the team, on the team page that I did coming back from Summit, I wanted you guys to identify, I can't remember if it was 3 or 5 things that make you you. And those are the things that you should continually post about on your page, because those are the things that will make connections with people who are like you to bring them to your page and get good followers. We don't want to be posting to make everybody happy, because we're not like everybody. We want to bring in people that are like us, not like somebody else. So those were my top 10 how to create engagement on your page. Sorry, that was kind of fast, but I recorded. So I will send it out so you'll get to hear it again. Do you guys have questions, comments, any other thoughts?
I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest problems I have right now, people will ask, is there a cost? And as soon as I tell them, yes, there is, and then they're done. Like just like that, they are done.
Yep.
And I can't get them to understand that, you can try it, if you just want to try it for like 3 months, even just 3 months, that's all you have to. And then still, if it costs anything, they don't want it.
Yep, that is scary. Do you always tell them that there's a 30-day bottom of the bag money back guarantee?
Yes.
Okay, that goes in there. Sometimes I've been even more ballsy and said, well, do you go to the doctor looking for some kind of cure for free? Do you do you go to the beautician and ask them how to do their hair, how to do your own hair, and just go home and do it for free? Like, you're also getting a service that you're going to get for an entire year from me that you can't get from anywhere else. Another thing I've talked about is I'm investing in my health now so that I am not sick and paying doctor bills later. I don't want to be obese down the road. I don't want to have heart issues. I don't want to have high cholesterol. Like, these are all things. And then the other thing, and I don't know if you've done that, but I tell them, for me personally, I was able to go off some meds by taking Shakeology. So it's not costing me really anything. It was a swap of Shakeology for my meds.
Right. I don't think I've ever gotten into that conversation with anybody.
Okay.
Once
you tell them there's a cost and then you don't hear back from them, follow up with them again in a few days.
Okay.
And just say, do you have any other questions? Is there something we can talk about further?
And that might be the time too, like if they're really, really, really hung up on the 160 to get started, like I will, like if they're like, oh, I don't want to spend that much money, then I sometimes will break it down and say, here's how much it would be if you were to buy each of these things individual. That's why I always promote this one, because you get your Shakeology for only $60 as opposed to paying the normal. Like if they start to really question it, sometimes I'll break it down. And if they're still just like, no, I can't do that, then I know it's not the best practice to use, but it might be the time when I might say, okay, well, what if you start at least with the 1-year subscription and join BOD, and I'll send you a couple of packets of Shakeology for you to try, so that then they at least have it to give it a try. Just something to just kind of ring them in. I mean, ask Jay, how long was it before I started drinking Shakeology? I mean, how long was I in with you? At least a year.
I was going to say, I bet it was 9 to 12 months.
Yeah, at least it was. So, and sometimes people even just need like, okay, well, you could do the 3-month pod, to start, because you do understand too, sometimes people just really are on that strict of a budget where they just are terrified to spend even $100 because they can't fathom spending the $100 for the month. Okay, well, why don't you could do this for, I don't even know what it is, $40 or something.
Yep, it's $39 for 3 months. Yeah, you could. And then by the time they join a group for the $39, they will see everybody in the group using all these products. And sometimes that's to entice them also.
Right. And I would probably I've never had anybody sign up as the 3-month, as the cost savings thing, but I would probably, if I had somebody do that, I would try to probably set a reminder on my own phone to follow up with them to make sure that they don't because after the 3 months, they'll automatically get charged again. And you don't want them to get charged and then have a sour taste in their mouth about, wait a minute, I didn't know this was going to be automatically charged. And
they should be getting emails though, just like you do for your Shakeology and your Performance.
I don't get an email for Performance though. It just comes.
If you're on auto ship, you won't.
Right. So,
but I know the BOD and my Shakeology and my,
oh yeah, my BOD, my yearly one does. I wondered if it does for the 3-month.
Yep.
It does?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yep, it will. Yep. But that'd be a really good way to at least get them in a group to start with 3 months, and they'll see everybody in there using it and loving it. And
okay.
And at that point you could give them a packet or 2 to sample.
Right.
Okay.
It always feels a little shady to me to always be like, well, you're going to start with 160. Oh, well, now I can get you all the way down to this cost. But I try to just really say, here's the deal. If you want to just really just give this legitimately just a little bit of a try. Jay, we shared with Irene and Kristen that, remember that thing that we made that was like the deluxe package and the whatever, it was like an all-in, we titled it all in, just wanting to give it a little try. We had some sort of a title. I'm going to find it. It was in there. But we had it kind of broken down that way. And so then it kind of titled it I really want to do this, or I just kind of want to give this a half-assed try.
I don't think since we created it or put it together, I don't think we've done anything with it.
I don't think we have either. But that would be a good one. That would be kind of here's your options for.
Yep. And a lot of them I'll say, what is your gym membership per month?
Right.
Beachbody On Demand is only $100 for the entire year.
Exactly.
I think that it would be, I don't think
a gym membership is expensive.
Right. And most gym memberships do not come with meal plans. They do not come with access to cookbooks, clean eating cookbooks, or I suppose some of them have some personal trainers, but I think you have to pay extra for some of that, where they would get you for the whole year.
Do you know that I have somebody that's going to join us for our September one we have this gym in town. It's called InFit. And she has been an avid InFit user for I don't know how many years, gets up at 4:30 in the morning, goes to the gym, always has told me, I have to go to the gym. Well, their gym moved and the classes are starting to get kind of sucky and things are changing and she doesn't like it. And now she's going to buy a challenge pack.
Whoop.
Yep. So she's a teacher that I used to work with, but
awesome.
But she's always I've always talked to her. She's like, yeah, I got to go to the gym. I just got to do it that way. And so she's going to do our Zoom calls in the morning. And that's her hook. That's her, okay, I'll still feel that accountability of showing up for people. So.
Yep. I know. And I feel like I should do some more of that once once I start school. This summer, it was just such a wreck because I worked out whenever I felt like it or when it worked into my schedule. Oh
my gosh, yes. I think that would be a good thing, maybe even with our back to school, back to you, since I think so many people end up working out between that 5 to 6 a.m. hour, that I can just share that link that we use, and because we don't care who else shows up, everybody
Right,
else, I mean,
but how long? It only goes for what?
it
30
only goes for 40 minutes. So that's where it does make me think. I'm going to
And
look
I
at
bet I will be a little later because I'm trying to think. Normally I start working out at, well, I think I'm gonna have to go back to 7:30 to 3:30 person again.
what?
I feel like we
7:30.
7:30 to 3:30 or 8 to 4. We have to choose for the year.
Oh, you do?
Yep. Yep.
And you were 8 to 4 before?
Last year I was,
Okay.
but that wasn't working very good with sports. So I don't know. And we have a new principal this year. So we'll see. We can work on that. I think that's a good idea. We'll start that with the back to school, back to you.
It could even be a staggered thing where if you are a 5 a.m. workout, you use this link. If you're a 6 a.m. workout, you use your link.
Yep. And then share it with Morning Meltdown and the back to school people.
Yep.
That's a good
I'm
idea.
the only one that shows myself on that link. It's expensive to do the per month. It's $15.
No, we're not going to pay for it. No. I think as long as they know they show up for a portion of that, we're good.
Yeah.
I think we're good. Okay. All right.
The image thing that I was thinking about doesn't have nice wording like I thought it did. It just says fit for life, peak performance, which would be getting a performance pack. It's go time, which is performance and Shakeology, and then just fitness first.
Okay.
So it doesn't really,
That's something we could work on.
yeah. It's called Customize Your Journey. It's in the
Team file?
yes, it's in the new Challenger kit.
Okay. All right.
So it's located.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Top 10. We're good? I'm gonna stop recording while we're just chatting.